Tradespoon and Yellow Tunnel. My name is Carpella. I'm CEO and founder of both companies, and today we're going to have a live trading room open to trade stock and options using our technology. For those of you who are new, welcome. This is your first live event. This is my brief bio. Disclosures are very important. If you're new to trading stock or options, I encourage you to visit optionsclearing.com so you can understand the risk and suitability associated with trading stock or options. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not registered with FINRA nor SEC. I'm showing you what I do in my own account based on my own risk tolerance level for general education information purposes only. All right, again, trading plan is important. I encourage you to keep a journal and write down all of the trades before you make them with a checklist. And the checklist should go through the risk management. I propose 30% of your portfolio in cash and have no more, especially when you start with 4 positions and maximum risk of 2.5% of account value per position. So this way your risk is at 10% if the stock market sells off or if it goes against you. Your maximum exposure, 10%. How do you determine 2.5%? You can use stock forecast toolbox. This is something that I use the tool based on AI model. It shows you an uptrend. It basically says 615 is a viable entry point. So I think I agree with the model. Short term, I would consider 615 as your entry point. If we get to the 625, I propose to reduce your position, right? If you're doing short-term trading, day trading. So because this is a one-day forecast. For the next 10 days, it sees 610 as a viable entry. And it shows 645. I think it's aggressive, but 640, I would consider trimming the position. But shows you strong uptrend as we approach in the earnings season. And that's about it. Okay, so that's entry. So let's say 610 or 615. If you're doing day trading, 610. If you hold in position for a couple of days, how do you determine your target gain or stop losses? I would look at the spiders. So right now market is, flat. So at 615, if you're doing day trading, I would consider entering the position that's close to yesterday's low. 20-day moving average, 610, the breakout of all-time high back from March, is your support number 1, support number 2. Right, so those are your main supports, and then biggest position is 6,000 on SPX or 600 on SPY. And that's close to the 50-day moving average, right? We have this gold cross that everybody talks about, and those are your 3 levels. So at 620, you're risking 5 points, right? Let's say you're bullish and you want to continue, if we drop 1%, 6 points, 5 points, I would exit the position. At 610, this is a 10-point stop loss, right? If you're thinking about a few days, right, a week, and if you're thinking about a month, then I would use 20-point stop loss. So these are your stop points, and I would document them in my journal. And then in terms of risk, $250. I propose not to risk more than $250 on $10,000 account. That's the 2.5%. If you have $5,000, I would risk $125. If it's $20,000, maybe risking $500 per trade. And then you just divide 250 divided by 5 is 50 shares, by 10 is 25 shares, or by 20, 10 shares. So depending on type of trading, your position size obviously goes down, right? Number of positions that number of shares or contracts that you buy, because you have a longer term view. That's the most common mistake, right? We're doing day trading 5 points, and then all of a sudden we become swing trader or long-term investment, even though your position, your trading style should be the same, right? The idea is to become a disciplined trader, rinse and repeat, and you hold in position for similar amount of time. Otherwise, that's if you don't do that, and let's say you bought 20 shares for you, let's say here it's 50 shares, right? You bought 50 shares, but the market pulled back after uncertainty about the tariffs, how much Japan and South Korea and Indonesia, what the tariffs will look like. Right, all of a sudden they don't reach an agreement and those tariffs are actually taken into effect, market will pull back. So then you need, from 50 shares, if it's down 20 points, then you're down $1,000, right? That's the prospect theory, that our relationship with gains and losses are symmetrical. So something to keep in mind. I would encourage you to, based on your personality, just figure out what is, are you a day trader, are you a swing trader, are you a long-term trader, but find that time range, right? Short-term, medium-term, long-term time range, and then try to hold the position similar amount of time based on the strategy that you're executing. So that would be my thought process. Any questions? Fred, good morning. Got paid trade alert. Away we go. All right, Fred, paid alert. Let's look at the paid. Let's look at the market. Spiders flat. Regional banks continue to outperform. Semiconductors are up. Jets, airlines are up. Small caps are up. Half a point. I mean, not a lot. Germany is up. Silver is down. Gold is slightly down. Let's see. Tesla is up. Let's go Tesla. We need Tesla to get above 300 level. Okay, here we go. Banks are under pressure, right? JP Morgan continues to pull back. I think Bank of America was down pre-market. So banks are pulling back. I think this is a viable opportunity. Delta Airline is up 3% after pullback yesterday. Nucor, those are the three signals, right? Morgan Stanley, Nucor, and Emerson Electric. Let's look at some of the signals from paid. Let's see if I got filled. Give me 1 second so I don't have to worry about this thing. Let's see, where are we? So Nucor looks like it's going higher. Okay, so Emerson got filled. Morgan Stanley got filled. Nucor. All right, so Nucor 50 cents, 40 cents. What is it? 40 cents. 590 maybe. Let's look at Nucor. Yeah, it's overbought. So the one. Maybe 590. Okay. So those are some of the trade ideas. We talked about Delta Airline, right? Doing the credit put spread. Fred, did you do the credit put spread? That would be good. That's up 3% going into the earnings on Thursday. General Electric is flat, not fat, flat. Bank of America looks like trying to rebound. Caterpillar is trying to rebound. Bank of America is down, kind of pulling back. Bank of America is down. People are taking profit from some of these momentum names, so consolidation, that makes sense. JP Morgan is down, okay. So we're watching that. Tesla is up, trying to get above 300 level. Let's look at that. Amazon, Google, Microsoft. Not a lot. So let's look at the rates. Rates continue to slowly grinding higher, right? We were at below 430, 420. It's a strong rebound. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, 1 second. Let me just pause for a second. Sorry, my mother had a hip surgery, so I'm taking care of her. I apologize. Discord, you lost for me as well. You can see the screen, no voice flood, 834, 835. Okay, I assume I'm back. Hold on a second. Should be back. The sound back on Discord? I assume it is. It should be Discord here. Let me just make sure. Yellow tunnel, yes, lost me as well. Okay, the sound should be back on Discord. Mark, Rosser, let me know if the sound is back. Sound back. Okay, I assume it is. Okay. Let's see and go to webinar. Did the cat not the delta? Okay, did the cat not the delta? Okay. All right, Fred, let's see, sharing, we're still sharing, recording. Okay, okay. So yield, I mean, the escalation in tariffs, right? The beautiful letters are coming out from the White House informing our trade partners that they're gonna have to pay more tariffs. Oh, VIX not moving. VIX is actually 16 handle today. So VIX is down. QQQ slightly higher. I mean, flat semis are slightly higher. I mean, small caps are high. That's a positive. Regional banks are higher. That's good. Gold and silver slightly lower. Germany is up. Let's see. Bitcoin still at all-time high. So no new signals. NVIDIA slightly higher. SPX 6200. 6200, I would look at that yesterday's low as a key support. If you look at the let's see. Okay, so SPX 6000. Let's see. And Game of Flip point is 567. Not sure if that's right. Let's look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA 50 strike 126, 155. Let's see Tesla. So Tesla 300 is the wall. That's what we talked about. And it's at 296. So it's facing the 300 strike price. Right, very large open interest at 300. Let's see, expiration dates. Oh. Yeah, 300. I mean, you also have 200 put, but 300 is current. All right, any questions? And then SPX, let's look at the SPX. All right, any questions? All right, meanwhile, let's look at the positions. Let me see, share your screen. Sound back. Elmark, Cherry Blossom. Is the sound back? That's interesting. Nobody's typing. Okay. Everyone's good here. All right, Fred. Thank you, Fred. Don't trade them, just my little thing. Got it, Fred. We all have our little things in terms of trading. SPX holding 6,200. I'm watching that level. In terms of trade, let's see, what did I have? Okay, so Nucor, Emerson, and Morgan Stanley. Those are the paid trades. Caterpillar. Right, so I still have Caterpillar, and I mean, good that we closed JP Morgan. That was I think trying to be consistent and hold the position figure too. So maybe even re-enter the JP Morgan, but Caterpillar looks good, NVIDIA, right? Those are the positions I have. Caterpillar and NVIDIA. And that's about it. So Caterpillar and NVIDIA, I'll remove the other ones. These are paid services, so it's a little bit different service. Other than that, let's see. Let's just look at Caterpillar again. I mean, digestion, consolidation, it makes sense, right? Banks, I mean, overstretch, right? We're almost 50% return since April lows, so it makes sense to go through some digestion period on JP Morgan. I mean, I would wait maybe 20-day moving average to 80, maybe re-enter the position that I just closed. I think that would make sense. Let's see. Delta Airline continues to go higher. Nucor continues to go higher. Emerson and Morgan Stanley are flat. Okay. What else? Small caps. Oh, small caps. Do they have positioning? Let's look at small caps. IWM. Okay, so 210 puts flip to 20. Okay, 218. So 218, 210. It's pretty supportive. 218, 210. Yeah, I mean, these are all 210 would be 50-day moving average, 200, 215 would be 200-day moving average, 210 would be 50-day moving average, 20-day moving average. So yeah, as long as small caps above 210 to 15, I think we're in good shape. Germany, let's see, are we making new highs? Not yet. Germany is going higher at the expense of Japan, right? Japan pulled back and South Korea pulled back after the tariffs. Let's see, our sun. New core. And Morgan Stanley. All right, let's see. Nucor continues going higher. Emerson continues to go higher, so that's good. Morgan Stanley continues to go higher. Okay, so that's good. All right, what else? Let's look at JP Morgan. How's their position? So you do have 290 put spread. 290. 290 is the highest position. So now 290 is becoming overhead resistance, and 280. Flip point is 264. 280. 280 to 90. Okay, we'll see if we can get to 280 and JP Morgan. But 280 sounds like a good entry point. Right at that. 290 is a put, 265 is a flip point, and this is the highest put position after 290. So 280 should be pretty well supported. How's Bank of America? $45, $46. We're at 47, 70. So 46, 45, 46 flip point. All right, any questions? All right, so Tesla is struggling with 300 level. Got rejected once, twice. In 300, if it can get above 300, then it will be good support. Then maybe this is just an overreaction to the new party forming by Elon Musk. Delta Emerson, let's see, Amazon is flat, Apple, Google are flat. Discord guys, are you back? Russell, is sound back? Okay, no, that's not good. All right, so let me just disconnect and try it again. Let me just disconnect Discord. Open Discord. Screen share. What about now? Is the sound back? What about now? What about now? It says it's back. What about now? Let me know if you guys can hear me. All right, so let's just keep an eye on Discord. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. And then the video. Okay, let me know if you guys have any questions. Discord, let me know if you guys, just type in Discord if you can hear me or not. All right. Yes, Cherry Blossom, thank you. It's back now. Okay, sorry, I just had to, I guess, reconnect. So since I was muted on Discord, I mean, the positions that I have right now is Caterpillar, right? I did a spread in a stock yesterday, so it's consolidating, still strong. Caterpillar, Deere, General Electric, I think they're all look like a viable opportunities, but you know, obviously these are all industrials and highly correlated to each other. So I would pick one or just go with ETF, I guess. XLI looks pretty strong to me as well. We're talking about pullback in JP Morgan. So I closed JP Morgan yesterday, right? JP Morgan. And it was still a signal. So I think JP Morgan and Bank of America are all viable opportunity. I just want to kind of wait and see where the pullback ends, right? But you do have the largest put concentration next is 280 in JP Morgan. I mean, it's a relatively liquid name, 1.5 million shares. So I would wait till the pullback maybe stops and maybe re-enter that position. Some of the paid signals that Keith is managing and, Morgan Stanley financials, again, actually doing better than the rest of the market. So valid signal, I would say. Goldman Sachs is down. Schwab is down. Schwab is flat. Morgan Stanley. So Schwab was a signal. Morgan Stanley was a signal recently. So model sees that, internal momentum, short-term internal momentum is better than the rest of the stocks. And then Tesla. Let's see, yes, back. Tesla 300. I mean, I have a personal account, 300. I was just waiting for, again, day one, day two, make sure it's not selling off any further. Because, I mean, the other next level would be 280. I don't know if I want to wait for another 10% pullback. But once it's above 300, then you can say, okay, you have a new support. So far, it got rejected. It was there once and got rejected. NVIDIA still at close to all-time high, so that's good. Nucor is breaking out. So Nucor looks like on its way for a year-to-date high around 143, 145. I mean, 140, I assume it has to clear 140 level first. Let's see how big of a hurdle that is. Look, it's loading. It's 25. So 620 on spiders and 618 is your positive gamma. So 615, 618 and SPX. Let's see, SPX. SPX is 61.95. Okay, so that's better. SPX, okay. Okay. Let's see, Nucor. Okay, it's interesting. Let's see lemonade. All right. So Nucor marginally new highs. Morgan Stanley, yeah, Emerson is. Industrials continue to do better. Delta Airline is bouncing back. Maybe wait a couple hours to make sure JP Morgan is not going lower, and then maybe I'll enter the position. Any questions? Bill, sound perfect. Thank you. Fred, news on Nucor stock under investigation for data breach. Wonder if this hold to rise. See for data breach, Nucor. Okay. I mean, I don't see the effect in the stock. It's trying to make marginal highs, but I mean, yeah, obviously, if there's a news that can impact earnings, that could have an effect on the stock. Let's look at interest rates, see if that's, so, I mean, interest rates continue to go higher. What's the next data point? I think initial claims people are watching. We have Powell speak, right? Minutes of a Fed meeting. Fed May FOMC meetings. Not sure how much effect it's going to have on the market, probably not a lot. Small business optimism index, it's actually not bad. Right? It's getting better after these tariffs. So initial jobless claims, federal budget. I mean, this whole talk of debt ceiling, right, and raising debt and issuing treasuries. So I would watch the treasury bond market auctions, make sure that they're liquid and rates are not going, precipitous, it's exponentially higher, right? For now, it's, I mean, it was oversold, rebound, but I would say no new signal. It actually broke 250-day moving average. Dollar is semi-stable, but still under a lot of pressure. VIX is 16, so no fear in the market. Spider's still flat. QQQ flat. Semis are doing better. Small caps are doing better. Germany is up. I guess uneventful. Everybody's waiting for the earnings to start next week, I suppose. Main event. So tariffs, but I guess till August 1st, we will not know much news. It's kind of, so tariffs are, I guess, we have to wait till August 1st, new deadline. Or if, Japan and South Korea kind of gives a better deal to the United States, that could give a positive momentum to the bulls. Then we have debt ceiling and treasury auctions, and then Delta Airline, I guess, will start Thursday, and then banks next week. Any questions? Yeah, and XPX is glued to 6,200 level. So I would watch yesterday's low as a kind of your level. Any questions? Looks like utilities under pressure today. So utilities consolidating. Oil is a little bit better. Looks like building a how's Valero Energy. Was that a good signal, Fred? Now look at Valero. Valero is doing good, making going higher. So Valero was a good signal. Yeah, I should have taken that. Sometimes you can't question the models. Just need to follow them. Valero, yeah. So Valero is doing good. Oracle is doing good. Wow, is Oracle moving higher? Yeah, Oracle new highs. Okay. How's Microsoft? Okay, so weekly power trader is doing good. Nvidia is doing good. You know, Bank of America is under pressure. Okay. But that sounds good. What about ET? I think ET you wanted to do, right, Fred? Yeah, so CET is weak and not bouncing, but Valero has the momentum, and that's what the model is trained on, and it's actually breaking out. Is there more room to go higher for Valero? Yeah, so yeah, I think Valero is still, you know, a way to go in the energy complex. Fred. Can kiss all the girls at the dance. Okay, I like that expression. I like that expression. All right, we're not gonna kiss all the girls. Okay, I do agree. We only have four, right? Four trades, so you have to be selective. I agree. JP Morgan continues to drop. That was a good decision to close JP Morgan yesterday. Yeah, Nucor is pulling back slightly. Morgan Stanley is flat. Tesla is struggling with 300 level. PQQ is flat. JPQ flat. Germany. Gold is pulling back. Retracing. So yesterday's lows. Bitcoin is higher. General Electric. Okay. Any other questions? Right, if there are no other questions, then that's all I have for today. Keith will be back closing bell, and we're switching tomorrow. I will do the morning bell, and Keith will do the closing bell. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning on Discord. Tomorrow morning, I'm also going to be there. All right, guys, thank you very much. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Thank you, Robert. Fred, thank you. Ev, Claude, Fred, Jason, Joe, welcome back. Kevin, Lalit, Louis, Dr. Simon, Patrick, Robert, Ron, Ted, Bill. Thank you very much and have a great day.